Hello, good evening. Hi, Subhash, how are you?
Hi Ankita, good evening. I am great. I am fit as a fiddle. And what about you? How are you doing?
I am good. I'm pretty well. Had a hectic day, but doing very well, smiling in front of you.
Okay, so you are looking good as usual.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the compliment. And how was your day?
My day was simply, I can say it was good.
That's nice. That's how it should be.
Yeah.
So, what was like? It was you had a working day. You went for your work.
Yeah, I went to office and it was as usual actually. So I did the official work and then I came back. So there was nothing important happened. Just and it was like any other day.
Okay, okay. So, how do you manage to take out time for yourself when you are, back from office or so? So, do you how do you spend the time when you come back?
After coming from office, I just freshen up and then I take a cup of tea with some snacks. And then if I get time, I read a book. And after that, sometimes I watch YouTube videos.
Okay.
And if I have if I have the session with Clippingo, then I wait for that one. And I
Okay.
was just thinking what my tutor was going to ask me
Right.
and how I reply to all those questions. So I think about, think about all those things.
Oh, that's great. So you do spend time thinking that how are you going to answer and what exactly are you going to talk about? Because I've realized there's no session notes as such for your session. So
Yeah,
and why so? Like why that? If because I know that you have been with Clapingo since very long.
yeah. That's why I think because till 100 or 120 like that I used to get session note. After that, I did not get any. So it's going like this
No,
only.
but it's good. Actually, it's good. It's good to have a conversation, which is the real time conversation. We build up conversation and we talk about certain things, which is actually interesting,
Yes.
right? So, yes, as you said that you spend your time reading book or with clapping go. So, what kind of books, what genres are you reading nowadays?
Actually, I love to read these self-help books,
Great.
and I read some those kind of books. But right now, I am reading. I bought some books, say 4 books of written by Sudha Murthy.
Oh yes,
So all these books are written by her. The incidents that happened with her in her real life. So
right.
I like all those stories.
Right, right. No, her books are very interesting. Her autobiography is very interesting. To know about her is very interesting. In fact, today I was talking to one of my client, my personal client. So she was mentioning that how religiously she follows her. So then that's why the smile came that this is the second time I'm talking about Sudha Murthy again today. Yeah. So that's great to know. And how many days do you take to finish a book?
I take time actually because in the morning I read a few pages. Then after coming from office, if I get time, then I read a few pages. So I take time. Say if the book is 250 pages, it
Right.
may be 1 week or 10 days like that.
Okay. 1 week or 10
I
days.
am a slow reader, you can say.
That's okay. That's okay to have your own pace, I feel. It's not important to finish the book, it's important to connect with the book. That's what I feel.
Actually, what happens is that while reading the book, I try to follow the sentence. If there is any new word, then go to, uh, I Google it and I try get the meaning, and
Right,
I try to make out what the writer is saying in that sentence.
correct,
That's why it takes time actually.
right. But this actually stops your the flow as well when you start
Yeah.
searching the words.
Yes. Yes.
Right, it stops the flow. What I feel like, what I do personally, I just write it down and later I
Hmm.
find out the meaning of it. I know it's better to relate the word that time, but I like to do it later because then my flow breaks.
Yeah. Yeah. That's also a very good way to do this. I used to do this earlier, but nowadays I just have become a kind of restless, you can say.
Yes, yes.
Until and unless get to know the meaning of the word, I just don't want to go ahead. So that's what I immediately go Google it and find out the meaning.
So do you actually you can is it possible to use those words in your when you are communicating? You use those words when you're communicating, or you tend to forget?
Yeah, I tend to forget. You can say that, but if it comes to my mind, I immediately use it.
Okay, that's
So yeah,
that's
yes,
great. That's great. So it's always good to actually make a sentence like what I feel that when you write a word, at least make five sentences out of it, your own self. Then it registers in your mind.
yes, yes, right.
Yeah. So that's what one of the you can a trick to do it. Rest
Yeah,
it's all trial and errors what you go through.
yes,
Yeah. Okay. So
yeah.
yeah, I would like to ask you a few questions that if you could share your best memory from your childhood.
Best memory from my childhood.
Right.
Okay. I don't know if there is any best memory. I don't think that there was any best memory, but there is childhood like any other, any boys or any child. I used to play with my friends uh, in the playground. Nowadays, these children don't get any space to play in. So I think I was lucky to do that in my childhood.
Right.
And I also did some mischievous work also with, in complicity with my uh, friends,
Right.
just sneaking into somebody's garden and taking out these fruits, etc.
Plucking
So
also.
plucking, yeah,
Right.
and flowers also in the morning, wee hours. So
Right.
I did all those things with my friends. Nowadays, I can think of all those things. And if I think that if my son does it, so I won't like it and I will stop in doing all those things.
Right. Right. In fact, the parents over that time as well, they used to stop. But then,
Yeah,
that's how the children grow up. They have
yeah.
to do the mischievous thing. That's why they're called children, right? So if you have to compare those days with today, like if you see the children today and how you grew up, so what is the major thing you would like to highlight that this is the difference you see now?
I think we had the more freedom in comparison to our children. So
Right.
we enjoyed a lot going out anytime we felt like and do whatever felt like and played with our friends. And but nowadays the competition is very high,
Right.
so there is a kind of rat race. So you cannot take out some time to go out and play or enjoy because of the competition. In case of your studies, there
Right.
are entrance examination, you have to prepare for that. You cannot have the liberty to take out some time and go out. So
Right.
we had those things at the time. At our time, there were no such kind of competition. It was very less, and we could do whatever we felt like. So I think we enjoyed a lot, and we had the freedom. But nowadays, the children are very unfortunate because they are overburdened. I think while
Right. I
doing their
agree with you.
beats.
I agree with you. There's so too much of competition, as you said, and the rat race is it's amongst the parents more than the children, because children don't understand
Yeah,
the pressure
yeah,
put
yeah.
by the parents.
Yeah, yeah. There are some parents that they also put pressure on their children, and in order to satisfy their desire, the parents, in order to satisfy their desires, they put pressure on them, the children.
Right. Right.
And even if they don't want, I mean, the children, if they don't want to do something, don't want to go for some particular course, but their parents put pressure on them to go for that course. So
Right.
this is also happening.
Right. I agree with you. And then that kind of pressure is not, it's actually not good for them for their future, because then they realize that actually they are not meant to do what they are doing.
Yes.
Right. And then
Yeah.
that regret starts, and then they start, complaining and things like that. And of
Yeah.
course, the negative side is also seen there. So
Yes. Yeah.
one message you would like to give to the, if you get a chance, suppose if you have that position and you have to give that, message to the children, what message would you like to give?
Yeah, the message should be that I would like to give to the children that they should feel free. Whatever they want to do it, they should do it, and don't bother about others. Whatever they want to do in life, they should focus on that,
Right,
and they should insist and their parents that I want to do it and I should go for that. They can request their parents and do it, and they should not take pressure. Actually, I would like that whatever comes their way, they take it as simple. Don't take the pressure, because if you take the pressure, then you can mess up with the things that you are going to do.
right,
So you don't take tension and go simple way and try to do your bits. Don't think about the results. You do your bits and wait for the results. It will come automatically.
right, right. But see the surroundings, the peer pressure, because they have so much of peer pressure that they actually tend to follow the trend.
Yes,
That's what is happening, right?
yes,
So
yes,
yeah, so this message, what you said, to be, to be free and choose what you like to choose, and don't worry about the results. Just do, give your best, which actually makes sense, and it's a very good message to the children. So yeah, so that's very nice of you to say that and share your kind words.
and the kind of competition that they are in, I think they should also get some kind of this, what is called, uh, I just forgot the word.
It's okay.
um, I just forgot. Okay,
Okay,
if I
no,
get,
no problem, no
if
problem.
it comes, I will tell you.
Yes, yes, yes. So basically, they're saying that they should not, be under the pressure. That's
Yeah,
what, that's what is the
yeah.
main message. And of course, that's not needed. I will just share an example with you. So my son, he's 5 years old, and I told him to do something. It just yesterday's thing. He's like, "Let me do what I want to do." So I was like, "Oh, okay." He has an opinion about doing something. I shouldn't interrupt. So yeah, so they are actually, they have that instinct in them that they want to do their things themselves. And we as parents, we want to put that thought in them. No, if you do this, this will happen. So yeah, this actually is something which is a very deep thing. And we as parents has to understand that what should be instilled in the child.
Yeah. So, how do you react to a child? So, whatever he wants, you allow him to do.
No, of course, when he is doing something wrong, of course I have to be there, because
Yeah, that's is true. If he does something wrong, you will there to as a
yes.
parent. Yeah, you
But
will
if he's
definitely.
into something creative, right?
Yeah.
Something which he wants to make, for example, just mess around things. So that's what he wants to do. So I just told him, don't do it. Like, there'll be so much mess after that. And when he told me this dialogue that, let me do what I want to do. So
Hmm.
it's your turn to do things what you, because I have been like, when I was growing up, I did things to the extremes. I was very mischievous. I did things. I was not stopped. So that's what it should be like, and parents have become very insecure, very like, they have too much of care, too much of yeah, attention towards the child. Let them be free, as you also said. So
Yes. Yes.
there are many incidents in our life that, where, like in my childhood, I remember I used to ride bikes. So my father, one day I had a fall and I met an accident. I came home crying like I got hurt on my knee and my blood is coming out. My dad said, "It's okay, go take the bike and go back again, take a round and come, it will be fine." So that's what,
Okay.
that he didn't, like, he was not pacifying me. He was not, like, overprotective. He said, "Go back again and do it." So that's what things, you remember it and you were like, "No, it's okay, let them fall, they'll get up and they'll again learn out of it."
So you are lucky to have your parents like that. They are very inspiring. That you had they had the confidence in you and they inspired you. Like,
Yes, yes, yes.
yeah,
They did, definitely did. I'm quite grateful for that. But then,
yeah,
uh, this is what should go ahead, and the message should, of course, every parent has their own, they have the experiences and they want to do, and they want to give the best to their child. But just the overprotectiveness has to become little less. What I feel personally, that's my opinion.
yes, yes. It is very bad.
Yeah, right. So, I would like to ask you, so any activities you used to do in your, your when you were growing up? That time, did you indulged in sports or maybe some other clubs? So, did you indulge in of such activities?
Yeah, I played so many games, but I was not serious to any kind of uh, just played. Whatever came my way, I played. So there was nothing serious actually, but we had time and we played. And say like football, sometimes cricket, and some other games also.
Okay,
So I was not into any particular game.
okay. But
Yeah.
if given a chance, would you still indulge in any sport?
Yeah, I was very. I mean to say that my favorite game was cricket. So I always like to play cricket,
Okay,
and whenever there was a game, so I was very interested to take part in that game.
in the game.
So it was my favorite game. Yes.
Okay, that's nice. And who was your favorite cricketer in those days?
My favorite cricketer is Saurav Ganguly.
Gaurav Ganguly. Okay.